Lorraine Hansberry, Lynn Nottage, Christine Houston. All playwrights from different eras with one essential message. Our voice matters. Our voice can make a difference. And in the case of playwright Christine Houston, her award-winning play 227 provided the rebirth of community theater in Chicago at the ETA Creative Arts Foundation. We'll hear from veteran actress Felisha McNeal from that play in a recent interview about Christine Houston's groundbreaking work, 227. I'm Val the Voice Johnson, and this is Interludes. Interludes, a pure Lighthouse production. This episode is brought to you by the Riddles Clean Comedy Virtual Show. Find out more on our website, linktr.ee/Pure Light Media. And now, all the way live from the south side of Chicago, give it up for your host, Val the Voice Johnson.
Is it gone, son? Walter Lee. Is it gone?
Mom, I'm sorry. Mom.
Your sister's money for school.
No.
You used that money too?
Mama, I never went to the bank at all. Mom, it's all gone. All of it. Mom, I'm sorry.
I seen him come home night after night. He look at the rug and he look at me. Red showing in his eyes, veins moving in his head. I seen him grow thin and old before he was 40, working like somebody's old horse, killing himself, and you give it away in one day.
Mama.
Lorraine Hansberry, a Chicago native and journalist, became the first African-American woman to have her play, A Raisin in the Sun, produced on Broadway. During the time Hansberry wrote the play, the civil rights movement was in full swing and at the forefront of many activists and artists who wanted to make a difference. It's no surprise that her play was based on her beginnings in the segregated South Side of Chicago. I know Lorraine picked up her strength and tenacity in speaking up from her father, Carl Augustus Hansberry, a real estate broker and political activist who took his fight all the way to the Supreme Court in 1940 in the landmark Hansberry versus Lee case, which argued against restrictive covenants. Lorraine's A Raisin in the Sun deals directly with the plight of an African-American family moving into a predominantly restrictive neighborhood in Chicago, and in 1959, she won the New York Drama Critics Circle for Best Play. Using art as a way to make African-American voices heard was Hansberry's strongest vehicle.
And now, we're back in time. An old movie, The Elements. And one by one, I invite my dance heroes onto the stage. We meet Fred Astaire.
Hey, kid, you're an angry dancer. I like that.
Bob Fosse.
You have to sell everything, from the tipping of your hat to the flourish of your fingers.
And the Nicholas Brothers.
It's all about the rhythm, baby.
Recently, at the 2022 Tony Awards, American playwright and screenwriter Lynn Nottage was nominated for Best Book of a Musical for the stage play MJ the Musical, based on Michael Jackson's life. A Brooklyn native who quit her job to pursue writing full-time, created a body of work that often focuses on the experiences of African American working class people. Similar to Hansberry, Nottage is a 2-time Pulitzer Prize winner for her works Ruined in 2009 and in 2017 for her play Sweat. In 2019, Nottage is listed in Time Magazine's 100 Most Influential People. I have to agree with that assessment. I became familiar with Nottage's work on the Netflix 2017 series She's Gotta Have It, as she developed a feminist voice to the main character, Nola. And right now, her 2017 Tony-nominated play Sweat hits the Chicago circuit via the Goodman Theater this fall. Nottage has used her work as a way to keep African American voices heard in today's cultural landscape.
Every one of them. And she decided she wanted to showcase herself as an actress.
Okay.
And so she decided that she would pick some of Chicago's finest actors who had not been exposed
like
to
they should have.
the masses like they should.
And you're one of those, Felisha.
Yes.
What's some of the things that you've done in the past?
I've been in theater for almost 40 years.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I've done mostly dramatic work, but I do enjoy comedy.
Mm-hmm.
And
I heard you were so funny. Matter of fact, Christine can't stand to look at you. She said every time she looks at you and think about what you have been doing.
I love doing Christine's work. I really do.
Playwright and screenwriter Christine Houston holds within her a rich history of African American experiences felt on the stage as well as the small screen. Recently, I found out that the NBC sitcom 227, which starred veteran actress Marla Gibbs, was based on Houston's stage play 227. In the 1970s, she attended Kennedy King College and started writing the play based on her native South Side background here in Chicago. Houston submitted her play into a Norman Lear playwriting contest at Kennedy King and won first place. At the time, Norman Lear was showrunning a sitcom called The Jeffersons, and Houston and Marla Gibbs befriended one another as she wrote one of the episodes for The Jeffersons. After The Jeffersons ended its 11-season run, and Gibbs looked for another project to present to television networks, she presented Houston's play 227. The network brought the television rights to Houston's play, and the rest, as they say, is history. Recently, I got a chance to attend the opening of Houston's play 227 at the ETA Creative Arts Theater, and I really enjoyed the show. One of the actresses who portrays the characters in 227, veteran actress of stage and screen, Felisha McNeal, spoke with me about her role as Carrie Cross and her advice to up-and-coming actors in theater and television. Interludes. Please welcome Felisha McNeal. I'm very excited to introduce you guys to one of the actresses from the play, 227. Now, it says it a little bit differently, but I found out that it's loosely based, and it was the basis for, you remember that show back on NBC called 227? That's right. And she plays Carrie Cross, and I loved her character on the stage play. Ladies and gentlemen, she is a veteran actress. Give it up for Felisha McNeal. Here she is. Hey, Felisha.
Hi there.
How are you doing?
I'm doing wonderful. Thank you. Thank you so much.
I know. And I was reading your bio, and you've been acting for over 3 decades?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Doesn't seem that long, and then sometimes it does.
Oh my gosh. Well, you know what? I'd love to find out exactly from you. What were the 3 things that helped you succeed in acting, especially here in Chicago?
Well, success is relative, but I get your point. I think when you say 3 things, well, one, commitment.
Okay.
And commitment and dedication and endurance and just a deep faith in yourself or belief in yourself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And with this project, 227, how did you find out about it, and how was it auditioning for the role that you play, Carrie Cross?
Well, I really didn't audition for this role because I have known Christine for probably now 27 years, maybe 28. The reason why I know that number is because when I first met her, I was pregnant with my daughter, and she's now 27. And I found out that I was pregnant with my daughter when when I auditioned for Christine for a particular project that she was doing, I didn't know that I was pregnant. And then by the time the project was up on its feet, I was 7 months pregnant. And I was telling Christine that I didn't think I would be able to do it because I was 7 months pregnant. And of course, the character was not pregnant that I would be playing. And she assured me that, oh yeah, you can do it, and I could do it. And they'll just disguise my stomach with a costume, by costuming me up. And I just did not see that vision. But I trusted her enough that I went ahead and did it. And when I looked at she videotaped it, or had it videotaped. And when I looked at the videotape, you could not tell that I was 7 months pregnant. And I wasn't one of these tiny women. I was much smaller than I am now, but I wasn't, I did not carry a tiny pregnancy, I mean, my stomach was out there, and I just trusted her that she knew what she was doing. And literally, you could not tell when I looked at the tape that I was pregnant. It was amazing to me.
Wow. Oh my gosh. And I'm trying to remember, when exactly was the play 227 first performed here in Chicago?
I think it was in 77, if I can remember correctly. And it won some awards, and the network or someone, I think the network bought the rights to I don't think they bought the rights to the play, but they bought the rights to make it into a sitcom. And then Christine kept the rights to the play. And then the next time I think it was done, I believe, I'm not sure, is when it was done at ETA 7 years ago. And I had the opportunity to play Carrie at that point. And I was so pleased with my performance that she told me, and sometimes people exaggerate. But she told me at that time that she could never do this play without me ever again in the role of Carrie. And I just, I was like, Miss Christie, I know, thank you very much for the compliment. But when she did it this time, she asked me to, resurrect the role again, because she really liked the chemistry between Cherie and I. And she said she would not be able to do it, or she won't do it without Cherie and myself playing those two leading ladies. Yeah. So I was thrilled. And I've gotten some really positive feedback from other people to say that, Cherie and I play well against each other. So like, again, Miss Christine knows her business.
and we're talking about the writer of the play of 227. I want to make sure that I get that right, Christine. Right. And right, exactly. And I met her because she was there at the performance that I saw a couple of weeks back, and everyone was just excitingly talking about her. And then when I found out that she was the same age, what would have been my mom would have turned 86 this month, I was thinking, oh my. So that's phenomenal to me.
Her story is incredible. If you ever have a chance, please interview her, because her story is really incredible.
Yeah, and I definitely wanted to make sure that I get a chance to talk with her, because I know this play will probably come back and because you guys are wrapping up this weekend, is that correct?
Right.
Yeah.
Sunday, we have tonight, and we have tonight, Saturday, and then Saturday afternoon and Sunday afternoon, and last performance.
Yeah, and what in acting, I wanted to find out, did you have a favorite role that you've portrayed in your time of acting?
Oh wow, I have a lot of favorites. I can't really do, in all honesty, this is one of my favorites. I like it. It's interesting because there was a time when I was always cast in dramatic roles.
Okay.
And I love drama. I do love drama. But there was a time where I did not do comedy because I wasn't cast in anything that was comedic. And when I think it was a couple of years ago, Sharif produced some of Miss Christine Houston's skits, that she's got lots of them. And she pulled together some of her skits, and we did them at, I think at Victory Gardens. And I had such a wonderful, I love comedy. I love slapstick. I love just things that make you just double over with laughter. And I really enjoy, as my grandmother would say, clowning, and I had such a wonderful time doing those, because Miss Christine is a good comedy writer.
Yeah.
And kind of like, the more exaggerated it is, the funnier it is, and she writes it that way. And that may not be some people's favorite genre, but I enjoy that kind of comedy.
Yeah, Carrie, your character in this play, is kind of reminding me of the character adjacent from 227 in the TV show, and I can't think of her name right now, but she was on Sesame Street. The one thing that about the gossip, kind of that topic of gossiping, and there's a big reveal that happens with your character toward the end, but what would you say is some of your favorite movements, or just kind of the interactions with other actors when portraying Carrie on stage? Like, you're acting opposite of the Mary character often, but just how was your experience
with our relationship as two characters? I really enjoyed playing off of. Cherie is a very good actress, and it's nice to have that type of rapport and energy between the two of us. It's like we can play well off each other. And she's very quick. She picks up things very quickly, and she can play off of me. And hopefully I can play off of her and discover things about the character through us playing off of each other.
Yeah, and Cherie was very funny. And one thing that I liked about a lot of the actors that's in this play, afterwards, we as the audience was able to interact with you. And I remember talking with you afterwards, and you were letting us know about eating, pacing your eating. And I was thinking, oh, wow. Why don't you share about that?
Well, I don't eat before the show. I cannot. Yesterday, I made the mistake of having lunch, which was just a bowl of soup. Oof. And so a little tiny piece of cornbread. And it was probably about maybe 4 hours before the show, because we go up at 7. Okay. So I did this about maybe 1 o'clock.
Right.
And I should have been okay. It was soup. I mean, it was, even though it was a pretty hearty soup, but by having to eat during the show, at the end of the show, I was really almost miserable. I was so full. All I wanted to do was just go home and drink some water and go to bed. Unfortunately, you shouldn't do that after eating, but that's just how it is because I eat so much during the show.
Right.
Yeah, and that's and just I enjoy doing that. I mean, I enjoy food as myself,
right.
But finding those moments where it works comedically is fun. It's fun to discover those moments when it works. Eating works in the timing of the lines and the dialogue.
Right. Yeah. And I know you mentioned your daughter, and I believe in your bio you said you also have your grandson. And acting in schools, like we're coming into the school year, and unfortunately some school programs have taken away arts or taken away performing arts. Could you speak to that about the importance of the arts?
In the last decade, that the arts have been really defunded everywhere. Everyone is scrambling for funds. Yeah. The school, not only in the schools, but professional theaters are being, they're having to compete for funds. And I know for myself, when I discovered the arts or just theater and acting, it made such a huge difference in my life. It opened up my mind. It opened up my curiosity for doing research and history and all of that kind of stuff. And so by taking that out of the schools, it's really not, it isn't, it's lessening what the citizens of this country and the city and what they can contribute in society. Because I know what it did for me in opening up my personality and my mind and my curiosity and my just kind of like my zest for life. So it's not doing the city and the states and the country, it's not doing us a favor by taking that away from children or people, period. Theaters have gone under in the city of Chicago. And so people don't have that link in the community anymore, that they can go and see a show and enjoy it, live theater, and having that interaction between the audience and the actors. They don't have that anymore. They don't have the stories. They don't, because there are playwrights out here that are writing some beautiful stories.
Yeah.
And those stories, when they're on paper, but they're not getting to an audience. And people need to hear about themselves. They need to see themselves on stage. They need to hear some of these stories that maybe they haven't heard before. So.
Yeah. And I think when people have that desire, and if they learn about acting or performing arts in school or at the local YMCA or wherever that those art programs are, if someone says, you know what, I want to do this as a career, what's some of the best advice you could give someone starting out in acting?
Well, I would tell them to study, take some acting classes, and just it's always it's a lifelong study. It really is. It continues on. And I remember my acting teacher told me that one time, and she said, the life of an actor is forever, as long as you're breathing. A dancer has a lifespan because eventually their legs go.
Oh yeah.
A singer may have a lifespan because their voice it gets older. and they might change something in their craft. But an actor can continue on. And the most beautiful thing about it is that we continue to learn this craft forever.
Right. I know.
So yeah, definitely take acting classes and just observe life. Because as an actor, my own personal experiences help me in developing certain characters. Because if I haven't had that experience as a person, then how can I portray that on stage or something similar to that on stage?
Right. And I have a question from the audience. What was the first play you saw that made you want to become an actress?
Oh, that made me want to become an actress. I don't know if I can honestly say that. I remember the first play that I saw was As the Wine Cellars by.
Okay.
School. And we'll say, that was like in the 70s. And believe it or not, I don't know if you remember Miss Abena Joan Brown, that was the founder of ETA. But I found out years later that she was in that production down at Airy Crown Theater. It was called As the Wine Cellars by. And I remember that was the first play that I ever saw. And I was in high school. My parents weren't into the arts like that, so I never went to a play. And I think it was a school trip or something. And I went and I was just totally, like blown away because I saw us on the stage.
Yes.
And it left a lifelong memory for me. Now, I don't know, I didn't see myself as that I could do that. When I saw the play, I didn't think that I could do that. But the first time that I considered being an actress is when I actually was in a play. And that's when I was in college. And I loved it so much that I was like, I've got to do this. I didn't know if I could do it for a living or anything like that. I just wanted to do it and just do it. I didn't know if it could be a career or I could make money. I just wanted to do it. So I changed my major from education, which I was almost finished in that particular field. I was doing my student practicum, and I wasn't really ever that happy with my decision to become a teacher. It was really kind of like pleasing my parents or pleasing my mother because she wanted, we come from, educators. And I was like, well, this is a respectable career. And but it wasn't something that I felt not even nearly passionate about. It was just, I was obligated to do it. And when I discovered theater, I knew I had to. And I found out that I could actually major in that and get my college degree. I against the wishes of my mother, I decided to change my major. She was very upset at the time.
Yeah.
She vowed not to support me at all, but I still did it. And then eventually I won her support.
Yeah, that's a similar trajectory for when I made the decision to move to New York, and my mom was like, "You don't want to go there. The people are mean and they're dirty." Yeah. You just kind of have to go ahead and push through. Some of the actresses that I think about, Viola Davis, who has been on a Broadway stage, said that it inspired her to see Cicely Tyson early on, and that's who inspired her when she was acting. And another question from the audience: who are some of the actresses that have inspired you and drew you into the arts?
Definitely when I decided to change my major and do this as a career, it was definitely at that time in the 70s, definitely Cicely Tyson. She was it for me. And I people would often tell me that I favored her, and I didn't think I did, but it was a compliment to me. But because she was the actress of that time, and for decades to come. So yeah, she was probably the one that I can most remember. After that, I don't know what other actors had that kind of imprint on my life in the arts. I'd have to really, really think about that to be able to honestly answer it. But definitely Cicely Tyson.
Yeah, because it's amazing how many actresses have that one person that they saw themselves in that person and felt like they were represented well. And so it's, people say it and it sounds cliche, representation does matter. To view the entire interview with Felisha McNeal, please visit our Interludes YouTube channel. Have you seen it? It's the weekly chat with EP Michael Womble, Coach Tony, and Val the Voice Johnson. Interludes Extra presents Talk on Tuesdays. Join us and other special guests as we break down the latest topics surrounding music, movies, and sports every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Central, 9 p.m. Eastern, live in the chat on our Interludes YouTube channel. Interludes. Original concept by Valerie Johnson. Written by Michael Womble. Produced by Michael Womble and Valerie Johnson. Original intro and outro music produced by Kendall Nesbitt. Interludes. A pure Lighthouse production. This episode is brought to you by the Riddles Clean Comedy Virtual Show, featuring hosts Jury O'Neill, Donald Owens Jr., Michael Womble, and Val the Voice Johnson. To purchase an on-demand ticket, please visit our website, linktr.ee/Pure Light Media. To subscribe to our YouTube channel or join our Interludes Facebook group, visit the website linktr.ee/Pure Light Media.